Theresa Caputo insists her big hair is purely a functional choice. Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. If you like the video, please subscribe and stay tuned for new videos. Theresa Caputo's gravity-defying hair has a practical purpose. She says she keeps it styled high to avoid having it in her way. Theresa Caputo is best known for her psychic abilities. Her hair is almost equally well known. For years, fans have implored the medium to shy away from her sky-high hairdo for something more modern. The Long Island native is bombarded with comments about her hair whenever she posts to Instagram. Caputo, however, insists that her extreme hair has a perfectly practical purpose, and it doesn't look like she'll be changing it anytime soon. Theresa Caputo's signature hair has a practical explanation. Theresa Caputo's signature hairstyle is the result of a traumatic haircut. Caputo told the U.S. Sun that she sat down with a hairstylist shortly after her grandmother's death and, in an impulsive moment, allowed the stylist to chop off her long locks. Caputo said she immediately regretted the decision and set out to grow her hair to its previous length. Caputo didn't want to deal with her hair dropping into her face as she grew out the traumatic cut. That is when her signature bouffant-style hair was born. She said the style offers a bonus. Because it's teased and sprayed into place, she is less likely to run her hands through it, meaning it stays as she styled it all day long. Over the years, Caputo has changed things up some. She's worn it long and straight and stepped out in curls. Still, the front of her hair is always stacked high on her head. The few times she's appeared in public without a voluminous style, fans have noticed. While everyone loves it when Caputo changes things up, she seems dedicated to keeping her signature look intact. The bouffant has come and gone in popularity over the years. While Theresa Caputo appears dedicated to her hairstyle, which is a modified bouffant, she is hardly unique. The style has seen its popularity wax and wanes many times. The look is most closely associated with the late 1950s and early 1960s. While it fell out of favor during the 60s, it was eventually replaced in the 1980s with an overall teased and high look. In the early 2000s, the bouffant had a surge in popularity. A modern spin by Amy Winehouse and Adele gave the bouffant another brief moment. The bump style was also common with teens and young adults in the aughts. Snooki Polizzi and Lauren Conrad both wore the style. It has threatened to come back since 2022, so if Caputo waits long enough, she might be on trend again. Lifetime TV celebrates women's voices, and Theresa Caputo hears a lot of them. At the TCAs in Pasadena, California last week, Lifetime, now celebrating its 40th year as a television network, shared that their upcoming content will continue to celebrate the voice of women. After a wildly successful documentary about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, they will do a docuseries about her and her husband, focusing on her new life after being released from prison for murder. They will allow Wendy Williams to tell her story, from her point of view, in a two-part documentary. And Terry McMillan, who writes about what breaks her heart, what she doesn't understand, and what she wishes she could change, will have her own series of movies premiering on Lifetime. Terry said she wants to show what can happen when you take a chance, face your fears, and open up to life, love, and happiness. She is excited to share her voice through programming at Lifetime. One of the strongest voices coming to Lifetime this winter is Theresa Caputo, the lady who actually hears voices from beyond. In Theresa Caputo, Raising Spirits, we will see medium Theresa Caputo for the woman she is and what she represents, embracing life, letting go, and knowing loved ones are always with us. Theresa is thrilled to work with Lifetime, a place she knows women can feel free to tell their stories. And she said we're going to see a lot of her story psychics, mediums, spirit speakers. There are many words to describe someone who communicates with the departed, but to describe Theresa Caputo, I would simply use the words, the real deal. I had the pleasure of seeing Theresa in action at the TCAs. For 2 hours she captivated the audience, speaking to many people through their deceased loved ones. Not only is Theresa smart, intriguing, and pretty, she's very funny. Even amidst the sadness and tragedy she was speaking of, she kept the audience laughing and feeling joy, while also bringing us to tears as she reunited people in the room with departed loved ones and their important messages. Theresa explained that her goal is to show people that your departed loved ones are always with you, and that there is still life to live once those people have left their physical bodies, and they will live that life with you in a way. Theresa's subjects, aka the audience, have to be vulnerable to Akpet, the messages she is delivering from the people speaking through her. She is a vessel of communication between two worlds, and says she has been since she was 4 years old. Many of us were in tears throughout the night, but the tears I felt weren't necessarily a sadness. It felt like a relief for the people getting their messages to know how their loved ones felt, not just about their deaths, many of which were quite tragic, but also how proud they were of their loved ones still living. Theresa Caputo, Raising Spirits, airs Thursdays on Lifetime. I can guarantee you I will be tuning in, and I highly recommend you do as well.